this. Voice check, mic check. Nothing works. I don't want to have to wait till I go home. Is it working? Is it working? Yes. Okay, good, good, yay. Is it working? Yes. Okay, good, perfect, good, perfect. Okay, so I was in a very shitty mood, and I had made a post that had nothing to do with anything. There was something in my phone that came up. I couldn't remember what it was, and I posted. And I see something that Shelly posts, and then she removes it, and it's like, why are you bugging me? I was asking if people remember what happened on that day. Bridget Bardot fucking died, and she wants to make it about her. Stupid. It had nothing to do with her. So she makes this thing and tags me. So of course it comes up, it shows up on my damn phone that you do this. And then you're gonna play this game. Well, maybe I wasn't gonna. Why do you need to drag me into nonsense? Why do you need this? Why? I've held my tongue and held my tongue, and I did a good job doing it. You have a problem with reading and comprehension, Shelly. This is just me talking to you. You have a huge problem with reading and comprehension. Let's start off. You went bananas on Kirsty, right? Because you thought something was going to drop, and you thought she was going to do something because you misunderstood something. You took it in the wrong way. You didn't process it the way that it should have been processed. And then you made up a lie on it, saying that she paid you to do these things when the dates clearly didn't add up, and everybody saw that. But you thought she was going to leak something. So what you want to do is, when you feel like you think you're going to be cornered, you lash out. Well, here's the thing. You besmirched me. I did not in any way, shape, or form blackmail you. I never threatened to do that. You can't put intonation into words typed. I'm going to read to you exactly how you should have read in your minds. You know, you've talked to me enough that you know how I talk. You know my intonations. You know the things that I mean. So I'm going to read to you exactly how it was written. All right? So you can get away from that. Oh, she was going to blackmail me. And then you run and you tell Terry Lynn what happened. Call you Ben. Hi, Ben. Hi, workout boy. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Ted. This is not a stream you guys want to watch. Go, just keep clicking, guys. Just keep clicking. I'm not going to be paying attention to. Okay, so you unblocked me on Instagram or something? Because now you're not showing up as Instagram user. Okay, good. So January 21st, this is on my daughter's birthday. She decides to, like, I don't know why. But she did. Okay, she decided to make half-truths and take things that we will never prove because we're never going to speak on it. Even though she went and she told, Terry Lynn told us you told her. It's like, up until that day, she was supposed to be like your worst enemy, but you go and you tell her the worst thing that's happened to your family. Why did you bother with us? Why did you reach out to me? Why? You took a private help group. I mean, do you realize you never apologized to me? You apologized to everybody else. You never fucking apologized to me. You didn't reach out to me. We didn't have those conversations. We weren't close like that. That never happened, Shelly, between us, between you and me. It was not like that. We didn't have conversations behind the scenes, did we? No, we didn't. We didn't have a relationship like that. But I wanted to help you because I'm stupid. I'm an idiot. I admit it. I'm an idiot. So let's take these half-truths and these things that you misconstrued and let's straighten them out. Okay, you say, I'm not owning my shit. Number one, when you have private conversations with people, it's because they're supposed to be private and you're supposed to be friends and you gossip and you lollygag and you do shit. Like, everybody's entitled to talk to their friends in a friend group and talk whatever the fuck they want about, you know? Whether it's about stocks, whether it's about other people. Gossiping, it's what women do, okay? If you have a job, you usually do it with your coworkers and at the water cooler. Gossiping is a thing. Bitches like to gossip. Bitches on YouTube here, they like to gossip. Gossip, gossip, gossip. It's a fact. They like to do this with the matches, throw it and see, oh, what's gonna burn, what's gonna burn? People are weird, okay? I like gossip too. Not saying I don't, but I'm saying sometimes shit goes too far. And what you did was you made me out to be a blackmailer. You told people I was fucking blackmailing you because you can't read context. You have no comprehension. You can't read it. So I'm going to read to you how I'm going to read your messages exactly and my messages. I'm going to omit the part because nobody needs to know that. I don't give a fuck who you tell afterwards, but it's not coming out of my mouth and it never will. You know this. But you used partial truths to make out stories and lies that we couldn't have, I couldn't fight. I still can't. This is going to be my best attempt at it. Okay? My message to you. Is there a reason you chose to make content out of things you're pointing? Wait a minute. Is there a reason you chose to make content out of things that you're pointing at me for instead of coming to me? We came to you to be supportive. When we found out what happened, we rallied, we supported. You chose to lose your mind over a comment about your hair and you bounced on us. You left. You broke the second chance. You left. You didn't reach out to me after you bounced. Why the fuck would I think we're friends? Why would I think we're friends? Why? You didn't tell me you were leaving. You didn't tell me anything, did you, Shelly? You didn't tell me anything. Stop blaming me when you don't even fucking tell me anything. All right, so why the fuck would I think we're friends? I didn't say I didn't like you. Show me where I said that. Friendship takes time to earn back. You thought in 2 weeks with all of this nonsense, you thought in 2 weeks you'd be free, and you didn't fucking even apologize to me, Shelly. You apologized to Ann, you apologized to me. You gave 0 fucks about me, but you let me join in and spoil you and help you and support you, but you never fucking apologized to me. I know, but this is about Shelly right now because she's absolutely fucking my character up and it's not right. It's not right. It isn't. There are half-truths in context. So if I can get you, if you can hang on till I'm done with this, I have 3 or 4 main things, but I'm going to read our private DMs the way that they should have been read, the way they should have been interpreted by you. You should have heard my voice the way I talk in my intonations, and you should have heard this. There's no way you should have taken it as a threat. There's no fucking way. Never. I said, okay, you broke the second chance. You left. You didn't reach out to me after you bounced. Why the fuck would I think we're friends? I didn't say I didn't like you. Show me where I said that. Friendship takes time to earn back. You broke trust big time. You did that. We didn't hurt you. We only want to help you. I don't understand. I'm currently watching Chris play your video, and it's like shocking. I didn't read it. Yeah. No, if I don't know what your situation is, but I think it's okay. So I didn't know what Shelly was talking about until I watched Bliss Chris, and this was January. As she was doing it live, I was talking into the phone. Shelly's response verbatim, I told you all, I don't like you all telling people like Terry that we're not friends. B did it in Rebrand Stream, and so did you. Okay. During the time in question, we weren't friends. When we were on Rebrand Stream, you'd already fucked off. We weren't friends. Okay, so point. I left the group chat to give B some space, and I told her that. I told her I would be coming back to chat soon. You left and didn't tell me. You didn't say nothing to me. Am I a fucking mind reader? Am I a mind reader, Shelly? Am I a mind reader? Am I supposed to know? You didn't tell me anything, so you can't tell me that my feelings on this weren't valid. If your feelings are valid, then my feelings are valid. Savvy? Okay. So the constant comment saying, I'm not Shelly's friend, and I only reached out to her because I thought she was going to kill herself. I thought you were. I thought you had. Okay? I saw marks from the epoxy, and you were doing that poor me shit. And yes, it's very close to my heart. I don't take suicidal tendencies fucking like a joke. If nobody knows anything about me, they know that. So was I concerned when I called you in October from my house because I thought that was going to happen? Yeah, that was once. I video chatted you and you look like a deer in headlights. It was the funniest and saddest thing that I saw ever in my life. Like, yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, Mad. That actually does mean something. It's not that she's fake. She just doesn't understand. And so she twists things up in her own head, and then when it comes out, it's all twisted. You can't be friends with somebody you have to constantly explain things to and sit them down like, okay, I have to explain this. And it gets tiring. It's too much. It's too taxing. It's just too taxing. Okay. And then she says, all right, I only reached out to her because I thought she was going to kill herself. Like, why was that comment brought up in front of people in B's membership? Well, the point of saying things behind a membership is because it has the reach of about 10 people instead of 1,000. That's the reason I felt in a safe space, because only people who were there because it was pertaining to them, it's a safe space. Okay? It was just a safe space. That's why I did it behind a paywall. That's why I made that comment. But you know that that's why I reached out to you, so it wasn't shocking to you. Okay? I never spoke on my mental health like that on YouTube. Correct, you never did. This was something I thought. You never said it. I thought it. I jumped to that conclusion. I saw your fucking wrists. I didn't know that epoxy made you look like that. Okay? You're younger than my kid. You're going through freaking hell. I see these. I see you down. No, you never said anything on YouTube. No, you didn't. Nor did you say, yes, you were having those ideations. You never said you did. To soothe me in my mind, just to make sure, because last thing I want to hear is, well, we were fighting and the girl offed herself. I couldn't live with myself. So bad me because I reached out to you? Bad me. Okay, fuck me. Fuck me. Well, fuck you for suicide baiting me then. We're both at fault. How about that? But yeah, I jumped the gun and I went to you to make sure you were okay. No good deed goes unpunished in this world. I'm just saying. Okay. It's one thing to be friends privately, but between you and be publicly comment on our friendship, I feel like you guys are rubbing salt in the room, reminding people we don't talk to each other anymore. We don't talk to each other anymore because we didn't talk to each other anymore. I'm sorry. You betrayed us. We let you go. During that time, we were not friends. Every time we said it, you felt it was salt in the wounds. You're the one who made the wound. You're the one who made the wound. I'm sorry, but you did. That's when I was upset. I brought you all in. Okay. Where the hell did you say anything about Terry? You're upset, so you went public. I said in October, I had a feeling something was wrong with you, and I reached out dealing with depression and suicidal thoughts and having suicide in my life. Of course, I thought the worst. You gave signs. You threw us away over friggin' hair, Shelly. I stand by that. so petty and so silly. You threw a soap away because Tara made fun of your hair. I'm going bald. Am I going to throw away the world because I'm going bald and because Coley made fun of me? Because it's female pattern baldness that's passed on. My mom has it. My grandma had it. And I can just afford fucking glorious wigs. But should I throw away everybody because I'm going bald? Well, I have gray. Fuck you, you have a whole head of hair. Maybe if I had a whole head of hair and it was turning gray and I was your age, maybe I'd feel some kind of way. I'm not in those shoes. That's not my journey. I'm on the opposite end where my hair is falling out. What makes me a woman, right? It's bad enough I have a voice that's husky enough to pull the fucking sleds in Alaska, right? But no, we got to add this to it too. I'm so feminine. Neither here nor there. Okay. I don't want to release. And I want to say something. I want to point out something, Shelly. Even after October, I commented on your lives. I was in your Christmas gift wrapping live. I commented on your posts. I said, fuck it. I don't care what people think. I'm going to do it. And I did. Can you honestly say I didn't do that before this horrible thing? I did. I commented publicly. And you're always, oh, you denounced me. You don't. I'm the only one that was doing it and getting shit for doing it. Oh, look, there's Chicago kissing Shelly's ass. $0, Shelly, I gave. And I still don't, but you need to understand what you did. And you're going to feel so stupid because you brought this on yourself, just like the cursed eye situation. You did it again. You have these cycles. All you do is repeat them. You know? Left the chat. Oh, because you think that I won't read things. Let's see, here it is. It was not about hair. It's about both of you talking about me publicly in Rebrand Stream. You had no right to tell the public. I don't know what that is. You could have ignored the comment about me publicly. Tara is not the reason I'm hurt. I said at the time of Rebrand's live, you left. You did, you bounced, you left, you were gone. You had nothing to do with any of us. You didn't fucking tell me anything. So here I am sitting with my thumb up my ass, right? So what am I supposed to think, Shelly? What was I supposed to think? I am not talking about anybody else except me, okay? When we talk, it's me. I'm not talking about people in general. This is me and you. This is me and you, Chicky. Okay? This is me and you. So at that time, you left, you didn't speak to me. This is what I'm typing. You never reached out to me. Again, at that point in time, you threw our friendship away. You did it. She responds, I left the chat to give B space out of respect for her and what she was going through. B knew I was coming back to the stream. She knew it was to keep from venting about Tara to you all. My response was, fuck Tara. Fuck Tara. That's what I said. Yes, I said it. And then she said, B knew that I was not mad, and I told her I'm coming back, just give me some days, and that we're all good. And I said, no one gives a fuck about Tara except you because she said something about your hair. And then I'm still listening to Bliss Chris's live at this point. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm hearing now that you're freeing us. You left us and you took it public. And I have to watch the rest of the video to see why you took this shit public. You leave us, you bounce on us, and then you take it public with half-truths, with stuff we're not going to comment on. I said, there's no coming back. I accept the freedom. You just made us villains, man. How are we evil? Wow, Shelly, you blew it up in your head. We each made one comment, one stream. After you cut us free, you left. And I'm standing on that. You left. You left. She said, well, now it's edited. I don't know if it was edited then. She said, I'm not here to fight. You both went public denouncing me a few times. I didn't leave the friendship. I went to Bees day before. I said, you lost your shit over your hair. We were there to support you during your family and your family during a horrific crisis bigger than YouTube. You turned it into content. You turned it into gossip and content, GG's. You said, okay, I don't want to fight. I hope you have a great evening. I said, I'll pray for you. You left our chat. You did not speak to me after you were mad about Tara and your hair. And what was I supposed to think, Shelly? I still ask that. What was I supposed to think? You fucking freaked out because Tara made fun of your gray hair. Bitch, I die to have your hair. Okay, so I don't get the vanity. I don't get the vanity. I don't. I don't get the vanity. I said, what was I supposed to think, Shelly? You did the right thing morally by letting us go publicly, and God bless you. I said, the last thing is this, and this is the paragraph where you claimed I threatened to expose you, where I was going to put this, and it's still not going to come out of my mouth. It came out of your mouth. You went right to Terry Lynn. So however many more people know about it, then they know about it. But I will never say it. On pain of death, I will never fucking say it. Never. It's not coming out of my mouth. You can tell whoever you want and however many people already know, but it never came. May God strike me dead. It's never coming out of my mouth. But you took it and you ran with it. These words that I said to you, you so misunderstood them. This is where literacy comes into it, and this is where comprehension comes into it, Shelly. And I'm telling this to you for your own good. You need to learn comprehension. You have to. I don't know how you're going to learn it at this age, but you have to. Because this paragraph here is not what you made it out to be. And you jumped the gun so fucking bad because you didn't understand it. You didn't understand it. You didn't comprehend what I was saying to you. I don't know if dyslexia makes you do this. I don't know. But fuck, you made me into this horrible, horrible bad guy. I said, the last thing is this. We made that chat Abbott's Angels. I need to be very careful here. We made that chat Abbott's Angels. We were there as mothers and as women to give you support, private support. You made it seem like everything was patched up and good and fine from what you did to us on YouTube. You are once again a victim. You can't ever say the real reason. That's why I don't go public, why you took a private help group public with a partial truth. We will never say the reason why. On penalty of death, we will protect that secret and the secrets of our group message and your family. And I will speak for me. I can't play this game with you, Shelly. I can't cry over you and have you kick me yet again. You were an experience. Maybe one day I'll show up in a comment section, maybe not. Thank you for freeing me. You could have done this privately. I wish you and your family all the best. Your response to me was, I thank you all for your support. I was under the impression everything was good. I had been talking to B for months before. I thought it was all worked out. Were you talking to me? Were you talking to me, Shelly? No. No. Don't expect other people to be your fucking mouthpiece. Closed mouth gets no food. The closed mouth doesn't get fed. You didn't tell me anything. You said, I had been talking to B for months. I thought it was all worked out again. It's not the private friendship that I had the issue with. It was the constant public comments about whether we were friends or not. You all didn't need to take it publicly. You took it publicly. You did. You said I tried to blackmail you. You said 3 ladies, 3 conversations. Everybody knows I'm the fucking hothead. I admitted to it. I copped to it. I'm like, I lost my mind because she took something and made me look like I'm this evil, twisted thing. Nowhere is there a threat, Shelly. Verbatim. I just read it, word for word. Well, one of the ladies said that I would never tell why. Well, here, let me tell you why. It's because there was a family thing. No shit, Sherlock. I was not throwing down. Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't throwing down anything. And right about now, it's dawning on you that you really didn't fucking understand what I said. You you took two sentences and you twisted it around. Maybe that is part of reading and comprehension, but maybe you should have brought it to your husband to say, is this what Chicago meant? Bring it to your mother. Mom, since you were so showing everybody, why didn't you show it to your mom and say, Mom, what does Lynn mean by this? Because I'm sure your mother must have some comprehension skills. You said she was pretty brilliant, right? So I'm sure she must have some sort of literacy thing going. If dyslexia causes this, you need to figure out how to fix it. Because if you're teaching your kids, you're failing your kids because you don't have it on lock yet. That is that's an honest criticism. Because there's no way what I just read was a threat to you. But you took that paragraph. Oh, so there's no way I'd say it, huh? You're going to threaten me, huh? No, that's not what that was. That is not what that was. Shame on you, Shelley. That's the first thing. Fuck, everything's on my phone. Okay, the second thing I want, okay, go to YouTube. So you jumped the gun like you did with Cursed Eye. You misinterpreted it. And then after the fact, it's, oh my God, I feel bad. Okay. Well, it sucks to be you. These posts. Okay. Let me remove this post because I'm going live now. I'm hoping everybody can still hear me. Okay. I put a post up because I was going through my phone and I didn't remember what the fuck it was. And I asked, I said, does anybody remember what happened on August 25th at like 5-ish? I found it in my phone's calendar with the YouTube referenced. Anybody, I hate when this happens, post below, thanks. What it was is I had a video saved because it was like 5 o'clock in the fucking morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, and I couldn't text it to my mom and wake her up that Bridget Bardot died. So I'm sorry that you felt some way because then you make this post. You put this up. You put this up and then you deleted it. Like, why would you do that? You put it up and then you deleted it because I went to look and it's like, what are you on about? I don't remember these fucking things, Shelley. I've got the fucking memory of a sieve. I'm sorry Mike had an accident, but Bridget Bardot died. That's more important than Mike and his accident. You just need that fucking gossipy shit. Okay. So she posted the comment twice now. Okay, we never did a claim. I don't give a shit about your claim. What dirty deed? Okay. You said when, fuck, hold on. Shelley Seed, so when B pulled up Bliss Chris's background report and showed it in the Four Corners chat, that was normal to you? And suggesting I commit insurance for, okay, this is normal, that's insane. Number one, it never fucking happened. There was nothing on Bliss Chris in the Four Corners chat. Nothing. I went back to look. I used the keywords. There was nothing there. There was nothing there. But you know what I do remember during that time and what did show up? You were moving. And you wanted B's help to make sure you weren't moving close to her. Does that ring a bell? Ring a ding, ring a ding. Does that ring a bell? That's a chat you had with B, not with me, not in Four Corners. You were worried you were going to move close to Bliss Chris because you live in the same town. That's what I remember. So these partial truths. So if B did do background check, it's from information she got from you. Like, were you also the one that gave the stuff to Jeremy? The address and the name? because you had all that information. You gave it to B. You talked about it, and then B said, okay, give it to me. I won't tell anybody. Because you kept, I'm scared. I'm moving. I don't want to be close to her. On my privacy. We were going through a lot back then. And we really thought we were friends. So look, I'm not saying it's wrong or right, but I didn't see it. And that Four Corners chat that you're talking about, that chat was the one that Curls was in, and that Stina was in, and Ann was in, and me and B. It's not there. It's not there. It wasn't there. I asked Stina to double check last night. Curls can check. It's not there. It wasn't there. These are conversations that you are mixing up who you had them with, as far as I'm concerned. So I recall you being terrified of moving next door to Bliss Chris because you were going back to your old neighborhood, and there was somebody that lived a couple houses down from your dad that you found on Facebook. But there's saying that and then saying, okay, well, this is a name, this is an address. That didn't happen. I never saw that. May God strike me dead. On God, on Nick, on Laura. No, that didn't happen. You wanted that help. So maybe that's what happened. I don't know. I don't know what you're showing. I don't know what you're mixing up. I don't know. I'm floating things out there. Okay. I'll be going live. Da, 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 da. So you're throwing things out as if they're facts. Like, I'm supposed to know that B sent you an email and did all. Stop it. You and me. You and me. Have a private DK with Tara. Did I have a... Tell me the truth. Did you share or have a private DK with Tara? I don't know what a private DK with Tara is. Tara and I used to be besties years ago, Mad Nutter. Years ago. Tara and I haven't been friends for a long time. Tara hurt me. And we just never... Oh, no, I'm not sticking up. I'm not sticking by Cursed Eye. What I'm saying is Shelly did the same thing to her. Cursed Eye and I aren't friends. We don't talk. This isn't, you're assuming a friendship when there isn't one. There's no friendship. There isn't. We don't talk. We don't do any of that. Tara, I can be civil with because once upon a time, she was very, very important to me. Once upon a time, Tara was important to me. And then I just had to adult it out because she's friends with people that I care about very deeply, and I want to keep them in my life, and I'm not gonna, I trust them not to share with what's going on with me and vice versa, and it's worked, Okay. Let's see. We already said fraud, ring a bell, go clean. The looking into popcorn. You Chicago yourself condemn Curse Eye. Yes, I did. I absolutely did. I was driving and I made a video and I absolutely said it was wrong. I didn't. Here's the reason why I backpedaled on that, because I didn't know what happened. I'm not fucking with you. I was driving. I couldn't read and drive at the same time. I was told, okay, so I was told that Sarah's name, all that, that's what I was told. When I went to go look for it, I didn't see anything. I saw court papers that were redacted and I couldn't make shit out of it. I didn't see Sarah's name. I didn't see her husband's name. I don't see her children's names. I don't see the state she lived in. So wherever Cursed Eyes got those papers from, now let's not forget, Sarah gave Cursed Eye her information. Do you remember that? Cursed Eye went to the police and then she told Sarah, give me your information, because Sarah said she was getting things in the mailbox. And I'm stopped going, but Sarah's been gone for years. That woman needs to rest in peace. Not rest in peace. It's just, she's got her own hell. You know what I mean? So Sarah herself is the one that gave Kirsty her name, her phone number, her address to give to the police. So I don't understand. That's not what Kirsty put out. What I saw by the time I stopped driving and I got to my kid's house and I looked it up, I saw documents, court papers, but everything was redacted. You were there. You have to have remembered that. Okay, you're derailing me. Hold on, please, please. I'm not making fun of you being illiterate or dyslexic. I think it's bad that you don't know how to work with that. And I'm telling you now at this age, if nobody's told you already that that's what you're doing, then I don't know how to respond to you, Shelley. Looking into popcorn, let's see, that was 2024. 2024. And yeah, do you recall I said I wanted information? And because B went to the police department and put a case against her. So I said, yeah, you know what? I'd like a name. And I'd like proof that it's a real person. You wanted to collect. You wanted to collect. You wanted to collect, so you started emailing B, didn't you? And you came up with her, let's see, you went to your business thing and you're the one that said she was in Rhode Island. You said you were getting hits on your website, like after specific things. I don't recall all of it, but I do know it had to do with your website and Rhode Island. And then that made us think, oh my God, she's the one that drove past Marissa's house then and took that video and all that stuff was coming from Popcorn. To me, it makes sense if you're in the same damn town and then say, oh yeah, somebody emailed it to me. I don't know who it is. That's what made sense to me. I don't think it goes back to you. I think it goes back to that guy. The one that Popcorn came in here with. What happened with Sarah always goes back to. Okay. What happened to Sarah started with that other guy, not you, I don't believe. You know the guy? Popcorn said that she just made her account and she started following this guy and just automatically became a griefer, an internet griefer, and just started being a troll. She said she never had internet experience before, but came in and just really attacked Sarah with that man. Scott, I don't remember his thing. That's the one who it goes back to, is Scott. Okay. So, Miss Abbott, you provided a library phone number and said, oh, I'm sure that this woman works here. So did I call a library? You bet your sweet ass I did. I called a library and I got a fucking answering machine. A typical robotic answering machine. Am I supposed to feel bad about that? Why does it need to be common knowledge? Why? Why did it need to be common knowledge, you stupid twat? Why? The shit they're doing behind the scenes, you think they're gonna ever fucking say it? That's the reason why there's private conversations, because everything's not supposed to be public, you stupid, stupid little girl. Yes, oh my God, I called a public library in fucking Rhode Island. Yes, I did. So I'm copying to my shitty behavior. Okay, I called a fucking library. Oh, Shelley. I called a library. Yep, you definitely needed some money and you wanted to collect and you were sending all sorts of information. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because I would have liked during that time for while all the things were being gathered for the suit to have a person, you even were sending emails. No, you were putting emails in the group chat from Shay. Oh yeah, everything Shay, you just put them in chat. Shay's emails in chat. Instead of just passing on the message, you just copy and paste it or whatever the fuck you did. But yeah. So that's that. Looking at popcorn, I wasn't looking for Bliss. I don't know Bliss's name. I recall whatever was done. No, I don't even recall it. I recall hearing about it, what it was done in Jeremy's chat to Bliss Chris. I never followed Bliss Chris. I didn't know Bliss Chris. I still don't know Bliss Chris. You know, so I don't know why it's something I should really give a fuck about. You were the one worried about moving by her. And I am very geographically disinclined. I can't read a map. I like to think everything is small town and like everybody knows everybody. I don't know why my brain works that way. I don't know why. Like, I thought Steph would know somebody because I knew somebody in that area and, oh, they must know. Or Selfie Queen, I thought she might know somebody in New York. No, it's stupid on my part, but I don't know why I think that way, but I do. And I am geographically, I can't read a map. So you went to B for information to make sure that the houses you were renting, that I remember. That's not in group chat. That's not something that was shared with everybody. No, you found her Facebook. Saying I found her Facebook is a lot different than saying, okay, her name is Joanne Jones and she's living in Rhode Island. You know, so there's a lot of half-truths that you told Shelly. And I don't know if it's because you really didn't understand and comprehend it. I can only assume that. I'm trying to, is there anything else that you need me to own my shit? You're making it seem like you and I had more than what we had. And I felt for you more because you were my kid's age and I wanted to help you. And you make drama and cause problems. And I'm human and I hit back. What did you expect? I've been quiet. I didn't want, but I'm certainly not going to reach out to you privately to do this. You took this public. You're the one that did this. You did this. You did this. You did. You painted me as a monster because I know the situation and you're saying that I would go public with it. You made me out a monster. To hear Popcorn say the worst thing is to know that Chicago could do that. I wouldn't do that. I never would do that. But it came out of Popcorn's mouth and I'm like, ugh. You made that woman think I was a blackmailer, man. That I was forcing you to come clean about something. That's not what I was doing. That's not what I was doing. And now that you realize that, I hope you know you have to be feeling like this. You did all this because you didn't take time to read. Or if you don't understand something, bring it to somebody who can explain it to you. Like, if you don't understand it, ask the grown-ups. I know it sounds stupid, but in the future, ask Mike, ask your mom. Don't bring your kids into it. Like, ask a grown-up to help you figure this shit out because this ain't it. This is 2 big scandals that you created and caused for like no reason. People have group chats, people have discords, they text things like everything you text your mother, is that supposed to be private? Is that supposed to be public information? No, everything I text my mother, is that supposed to be private information? iMessages with me and my husband, is that supposed to be, it's private for a reason. When you think you have friendship and you trust people and you talk things and you say things and you Dairycraft, that's what's usually done. It's not nefarious, but if you're not understanding it, I guess I can see it take a tint of evil. But you were wrong for doing that to me. You were so wrong for doing that to me. That's not how it was meant. It wasn't a threat. It was none of that. But congratulations, you got everybody thinking it was. And I think one of the worst things that I found out about you is that I'm not even going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Because you fucked me over and made me a monster for no reason. I might be guilty on 50,000 other things, but this specific thing, it never sat right. And I wanted to address it. But then you just couldn't help but poke me. Why? Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. You do owe me fucking huge apology for what you did. Huge. Because I didn't blackmail you. I was never going to give this information out. I never did, and I never will. But because your dumbass ran and told other people, that's on you. That's unconscionable. Unfucking conscionable. Oh, Shelly ran to Terry. Her enemy. She hates Terry. Terry hates her. But what did she do? She ran to the person she claimed she hated the most and told her. So disappointing. That's your fucking family, man. Disappointing. You're disappointing. You disappointed me. And there will not be a third time. Nope. It's 2 apologies you owe me, and you can fucking kick rocks. I don't want your apologies. Just stop talking about me and learn how to do reading and comprehension. That's all I'm asking. It can only benefit you in the future and benefit your kids because you're teaching them. God, you took it so out of context. Fuck. You stuck on one sentence and you thought you were so self-righteous and so indignant and, oh, she's threatening me, and you're making popcorn say, oh my God, I can't believe she's trying to make her out it. I read it. You heard it. It wasn't that. It wasn't that at all. So fuck you, Shelly. Right there. Stay the fuck off my page now, okay? Thanks. Goodbye.